This video is sponsored by the fine folk over at SCD Keys. On this channel, we're always talking about saving money and getting great deals, and that's what you can do by picking up a $50 PlayStation Store card from SCD Keys. If you head over to their website, link is down below, and search for a $50 PlayStation Store card, you'll find it. Go ahead and add it to your cart, and use our specialized promo code GC3 to save 3% on your order. That'll bring the cost of the card down to $46.64. You can check out and choose your method of payment. Your key will show up on your account, and boom, just like that, you got a $50 PSN card a little bit cheaper. Not only do they have great deals on PlayStation Store credit, they also have Windows 10 and other software heavily discounted, and you can get great deals on those as well. Again, check out the link to SCD Keys in the description box below. In today's video, we're going to be going over all of the new PlayStation 4 game releases this week. We've got 8 pretty notable titles to go over, so we'll be taking a look at all of those. On top of that, Gamescom is of course tomorrow, and a mysterious title is being rumored for the show, and it's even referenced in the Gamescom 2018 Award Nominees list. Looks to be some sort of PlayStation 4 title, so we'll have a look at what that could be. And then PlayStation's official website has launched a new page where you can meet all of Marvel's Spider-Man villains. That's a pretty good gateway in knowing what to expect out of the game that's dropping on September 7th, so we'll have a look at that at the end of this video. First, let's go over all of the new PlayStation 4 game releases this week. Of course, as we head closer and closer to the fall, the game releases are ramping up. I wouldn't say that this is an absolute incredible week, but there are some notable titles to keep a lookout on. First up, on August 21st, we have the release of the Shenmue 1 and 2 Remaster. This is very exciting for me because Shenmue is a fantastic franchise, and of course, with Shenmue 3 on the way, now is going to be a great time for me and every other gamer to revisit Shenmue. Now, the issue with Shenmue, and I've stated this in the past, is that these games have not aged all too well, and remember that back on the Dreamcast, Shenmue was a game that really shined because of its technical achievement. Well, that technical achievement really doesn't hold in 2018, however, these games also do have incredible storytelling, so you have that as well to look forward to. Again, if you have any interest in Shenmue 3, or you just want to see what Shenmue is all about, this remaster is going to be a great way to do so. And it is releasing at just $29.99, so that's the perfect price point, and it's a game that I would still recommend playing. I feel like it's one of those must-play iconic gaming experiences, and again, it'll be dropping on August 21st. Next up, we have Guacamelee 2 coming on August 21st as well. Guacamelee was a fantastic 2D Metroidvania-style action platformer. You play as a luchador named Juan and explore an open, non-linear world and complete the central story objectives while collecting necessary character upgrades and battling enemies. You collect coins, get new skills, all that good stuff. Pretty traditional in gameplay sense, however, its presentation is so good and the first title was very well done. I expect more of the same and improvements when Guacamelee 2 drops on August 21st. Next up, we have Brawlout, which is coming on August 21st. Brawlout is a 2 to 4 player fighting game where you fight against each other in an environment with various platforms, and the game has 21 different characters, and you might be surprised that it includes guest fighters from other various titles including Hyper Light Drifter, Guacamelee, Yooka-Laylee, and probably most notably Dead Cells. Use a variety of fighting moves with special attacks. Each attack does damage, increasing the opponent's damage percent. You probably can draw some similarities with Brawlout and another little major franchise. I'll let you figure that out on your own, but Brawlout is coming on August 21st. Next up, we have Slime Rancher coming on August 21st. Slime Rancher is a pretty charming game. It's been out on PC for quite a while and it was received well over there. The game itself is played in an open world from a first person, and you control a rancher who moves to a planet far from Earth called the Far Far Range. You live the life of a slime rancher, which consists of constructing your own ranch and exploring the environment in order to collect, raise, feed, and breed slimes. Again, a pretty charming game. It's dropping on August 21st. Next up is one of the most wackiest games you're gonna hear of, but it looks pretty cool. Pizza Titan Ultra is dropping on August 21st. Another game that's been out on PC, And let me give you guys the game description for this one and I'll let you come to a conclusion. Pizza Titan Ultra is a fast-paced third-person action platformer focused on fighting and smashing through a futuristic city in a gigantic mech to deliver pizza. You can experience arcadey action with speedy attacking and dodging while attempting to control the massive weight of a 10-story mobile pizzeria. Just try not to make too much of a mess. So yeah, the game is absolutely ridiculous, but sometimes you can appreciate a game for its ridiculousness, and that's what Pizza Titan Ultra has going for it. Again, it's releasing on August 21st.
Never stop delivering.
Next up, we have Fall of Light Darkest Edition, which is coming on August 21st. Fall of Light is a story-driven action RPG set within a world consumed by darkness. You play as Nyx, an old warrior who has embarked on a dangerous journey with his daughter Aether, an indigo child who radiates luminescence. Together, you'll be strong enough to complete their quest to reach the last place on Earth still touched by sunlight. Fall of Light is another game that's already released on PC, but it is being refined for this PlayStation 4 release. A dungeon crawler that didn't garner too much traction over on PC. Hopefully the story is different on the PlayStation 4. Next up, we have a game that's seen quite a few delays, and that is Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr. Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr is a grim action RPG set in the violent 41st millennium, when the galaxy is at a constant war. Become a mighty Inquisitor and carry out the Emperor's will. You can choose one of multiple classes and take part in brutal combat encounters, embark on a huge variety of missions with your fellow agents, and fight through the single-player story campaign set on a haunted fortress monastery, which hides a terrible secret from the past of the Inquisition. This looks to be a pretty stylish dungeon crawler, and if you're into your Diablo-like games, this is gonna be right up your alley. It's finally dropping on August 23rd. Fingers crossed. I mean, we are 4 days away from the release, but this game's been delayed quite a few times on consoles, so let's hope this release finally sticks. And lastly, we do have Little Dragon's Café, which is coming on August 24th. Little Dragon's Café is another game that's pretty wacky, but it also looks pretty interesting. The story of the game revolves around a twin brother and sister, and all was peaceful in their world until one morning when the twins discovered that their mother had fallen into a deep sleep and won't wake up. A strange old man appears to inform them that they must raise a dragon in order to save her life. Working together with 3 quirky cafe employees, the 2 siblings must figure out how to wrangle a dragon and manage the family business while finding a way to save their mother. So the premise of this game is once again pretty ridiculous, but I can definitely appreciate that. It's original at the very least. Definitely gives you vibes of some other games, and Little Dragon's Café will be hitting the PlayStation 4 on August 24th. So those are all of the new game releases this week. Personally speaking, Shenmue 1 and 2 Remastered Collection is going to be great. I'll definitely be checking that out. Guacamelee 2, if it just builds upon the first game, it's going to be really good. And Pizza Titan Ultra, that game has captivated me. I'll probably be giving that one a look as well. But a lot of options in terms of smaller key titles, so I would definitely give something a look, or at the very least add a couple of these games to your wish list and pick them up down the line when they are discounted. Moving right along, Gamescom is of course kicking off tomorrow, and there is a mysterious project that is probably going to be announced at the event, as if you look up the Gamescom 2018 Award Nominee list, that's officially up under the platform category for Best Console Game, and that's PlayStation 4 specifically. You'll see Marvel's Spider-Man listed, you'll see games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey listed. However, there's a third game listed called Project Mephisto. No idea what that game could be, but it's probably a working title. It's probably some sort of new game that's going to be announced at the event. Now, that does sound like it's some sort of PlayStation 4 exclusive, as Project Mephisto sounds like a title that would be dubbed by Sony. Variety specifically mentioned that Project Mephisto and Project Morpheus, if you remember, that's what the PSVR was dubbed at, and Sony usually likes to say project before a title when they use a working name, so it could be a new PlayStation 4 exclusive. They have a lot of studios working on various games. It would not surprise me if another exclusive is announced. It might not be the biggest game in the world, but hey, another PlayStation 4 exclusive considering how high quality just about every single one of them are. Is anyone really gonna complain about that? Gamescom will be kicking off on Tuesday. That will be the day of the press conferences, so that will probably be the day we also see all of the announcements. The rest of the day, we probably will see other information trickle in. We'll probably see a lot of new gameplay, so a lot of exciting stuff coming this week. Not too many people talking about Gamescom, and while I wouldn't say Gamescom is quite as big as E3, it's a pretty big event in its own right, and there are usually a lot of exciting announcements, so this is going to be a big week for gaming. And lastly, PlayStation.com did launch an official page, a new Marvel Spider-Man Meet the Villains page. They've got all the villains listed, or all the villains they want you to know about. Maybe there'll be a secret villain in there or two. Who knows? I'm sure they wouldn't let everything out of the bag right away. Maybe there'll be a secret ending with another villain that'll set up a second game. Who knows? But right now, over on that page, you've got Mr. Negative, Kingpin, Electro, Rhino, Scorpion, Vulture, Shocker, and the Inner Demons listed. If you click on them, you get a little description of each of them, so if you want to familiarize yourself with the villains in the game, that is a great way to do so. I know not everyone that watches these videos is a gigantic fan of Spider-Man and all of the characters, all of the villains, but it's got some pretty interestingly designed villains, so I would give that page a look, especially if you're planning on picking up Spider-Man on September 7th. So that's gonna conclude this video. Again, we've got 8 new PlayStation 4 game releases this week. A lot of pretty cool titles. Again, for me, highlighted by Shenmue 1 and 2 Remaster, Guacamelee 2, and I would have to say Pizza Titan Ultra. That game has captured my interest a little bit. It looks like a new PlayStation 4 title will be announced, Project Mephisto. Who knows what that game is? But again, Gamescom is kicking off on Tuesday, so we won't have to wait much longer to figure out. And if you are picking up Spider-Man on September 7th, go check out the Meet the Villains page over on PlayStation.com. It'll give you some insight on the game's villains. That's gonna wrap this one up. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.